pumpkin fucker. Hey, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Top 4.
Top 4.
Top
four. 4.
No,
Woo!
you just did top 8.
Yeah.
I'm not good at counting. Every week we discuss ad nauseum something that we think are the top 4 of something or other and argue and drink about it. And this week we're going to be talking about Flash's Rogues Gallery. The Flash has a unique kind of tete-a-tete with his rogues because they kind of have a no-kill clause in their thing. That was always kind of the stopper for Flash's rogues, which is why so many of his rogues survived for as long as they did, because the Flash could easily wipe out a lot of people. Wonder Woman once famously said, "You know why I don't have a rogues gallery? Because I don't have any rogues left." So we're going to talk about Flash's rogues gallery and the top 4 villains that we like or hate or just want to talk about. Mike, I'm going to start with you because you're one of the bigger DC guys on the panel here.
Shouldn't I go last just in case you guys run out of rogues?
Oh, no.
All right. Well, then obviously we're talking about the greatest Flash villain of all time, without a doubt, hands down, from Gorilla City, Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah, I knew
or as he's known in Gorilla City, Grodd.
Yeah.
Job. We just called him Grodd.
We just call him Grodd.
Racist.
It's also just called City.
Just City. So, Human Mike, why do you like Grodd?
He is, he has a bunch of different skill sets, right? Typically with a superhero, you have their arch nemesis has the exact same powers as the hero. I hate that. Gorilla Grodd, you're looking at something completely different. He's got gorilla strength and also is one of the toughest psionic users in the DC universe.
I do have to say, it's absolutely why I love Grodd, Mike. I'm with you 100% here, because his power set has nothing to do with super speed. Like, and don't get me wrong, Flash has a whole gallery of other douchebags that have super speed. but Grodd does not, and I really like that he is often the Flash's primary adversary, and it just fills me with joy that his powers have absolutely nothing to do with the Speed Force.
And I also love it when other villains team with Grodd and think that Grodd is on their side. Grodd is on Grodd's side. You are just a means to an end, Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Are you a gorilla? Yeah, you're not on my side.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, Grodd is super intelligent.
Yes.
He's not afraid to tell you that on a regular basis.
Sure.
On the cartoon, it was voiced by Kelsey Grammer. My favorite one of all those was, I think it was a Batman team up. I can't remember what it was, but it was Flash and Grodd Christmas special. And it was hilarious. Grodd learned the true meaning of Christmas when he had to teach the children the importance of being good for Santa Claus or some crazy stuff.
I think you might be mixing Grodd with Ultra Humanite.
I might be. I am a gorillaist. But it was a gorilla with a giant head.
In Justice League Unlimited, there's a great episode where Flash and Luthor switch bodies. And it's a Grodd subplot, and the sort of the battle for power for the Injustice League. It's one of my favorite episodes.
I haven't seen that one. That sounds awesome.
And the great part about it is the guy who did the voice acting for Flash played Lex Luthor on Smallville.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
That guy with that gorgeous head of hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. That threw me off. All right, who wants to go next? I'll go next. I like Snart. I'm a Snart guy. I'm a big Snart fan. I'm always going to be a Snart fan. Both of Captain Cold and Golden Glider. So I think I'll put them together. Captain Cold should be one of the big Flash villains. That cold gun that he has slows Flash down. You guys were talking about your villain shouldn't have the same exact power set. Captain Cold kind of has what it would be called like the opposite power set, except for Turtle. If you guys know that, very obscure, who has the slow force. But that's different altogether. When Flash is hit with the cold gun, it slows him down because cold makes things go slower molecularly.
And hard to run on ice.
And hard to run on ice. His sister, who took up didn't exactly take up the Captain Cold mantle, became Golden Glider, who fitted her ice skates with that cold gun so she could skate fairly fast. I don't want to say super fast, but it was fast. How fast? Fast. A lot faster than me. I only bring her up because she plays a big part in the new Kite Man series. And she's hilarious.
Oh. She is hilarious.
But I love Snart. I always liked Captain Cold. I really liked him on the Flash TV show. I thought that was a really, really good adaptation of him. I really liked, just the way that whole thing played out and how it looked. But do you guys like Snart? I also like the last name. I just like saying Snart.
Yeah, Snart. Captain Cold is the one who, although he's not the leader of the Rogues Gallery, he's the leader of the Rogues Gallery.
Yeah. He's the guy that enforces that.
Yeah, he's the one who enforces the rule: don't kill, because killing brings capes.
Yeah. Like, we got the Flash, and he's gonna beat us up, but he's not even gonna Batman beat you up. Like the Flash,
you're going to jail, not the hospital, then jail.
Yeah, but it's gonna be outpatient.
Yeah, if you go to the hospital, it's outpatient. Like, you might sprain a wrist when he grabs you too fast or some shit. But like Batman, you're spending a week.
Yeah. Do you want to see? You're not going to die, but do you want to see your own ribs?
No.
Do you?
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
See my ribs? No, please. So yeah, you're right. I love that you brought that up because Captain Cold kind of is the de facto leader. Because if someone's fucking, it's like Mean Mark in the WWE. He's not real. No one voted him as the leader. No one voted him as captain of the locker room. But if you got a problem in the Rogues Gallery, you go to Captain Cold. If you got a problem in the WWE, you ask the Undertaker to take care of it for you. Sorry, I kind of mixed those up there a little bit, but it worked for me. LT, do you like Captain Cold?
I like Captain Cold.
I liked all his costumes too. His costume, like, hey, it's not a costume. I'm cold. I'm wearing a parka for a fucking reason. Every time I rob a bank, it's got to be like 0 in here. Right?
Yeah.
What about you, LT?
There's one character that really is much more powerful than they give him credit for. He's come very close to taking down the Flash a number of times. And even though his costume really isn't that great, power set wise, I think he's a little underrated, and that's Mirror Master.
Oh my God, yeah. Which one? Because both are awesome. But the Scottish dude,
I don't pick
like
favorites like.
Yeah, they're kind of a distorted reflection of themselves, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not to bend the metaphor too much.
Yeah.
In a number of the Flash comics, Mirror Master has come so close to defeating the Flash and other superheroes. And it's really like, oftentimes it's Mirror Master's own undoing. Like, he has tripped himself up in a near flawless plan where he like doubts himself, and that's why everything goes wrong.
I think I tried to in the Mirror Universe, but I'm going to make it sure and take a peek. Oh, he used me to come through. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That surprised you. That's the thing that surprised you.
Yeah.
I get you. I mean, his power set is larger than you might think. That mirror gun is just one of the things. The prism gun is just one of the things. He can also travel through mirrors.
He can get away. He can, He can trap people in the mirror universe. He is very powerful, and he's widely underrated.
Josh, you like this guy?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
He's
Can
limited
basically
by his
travel
lack
through
of
any
imagination.
reflective surface.
All right, I guess that just brings us to you, Josh. Fave?
Yeah. So my guy is completely underrated because he's just not that good. I'm going with Captain Boomerang.
I knew it. I cosplayed as both the iconic old school Captain Boomerang and the new Captain Boomerang. I love Boomerang.
If anyone was like, you know what I'm gonna do? You know who I'm gonna have fight the Flash? I'm gonna have a regular guy throw L-shaped frisbees against a guy who can move at the speed of light. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna go well. Like, I feel like Boomer's like
Digger.
what's that? Digger. Yeah, I'm sorry, Digger. Mike, and I was gonna leave this to you, Mike. Do we know why his nickname is Digger? Because I just didn't know. I don't know if.
I think it's an Australian thing, isn't it?
Sure, why not?
Because
it's what they called him in Australia.
Ja. So yeah, he has no superpowers. He's a great inventor, right? He comes up with some pretty good gadgets. He's sort of like, I wouldn't say he's as good as the Marvel version Bullseye, but he's pretty good. And he just is the punching bag for the Flash on every occasion.
Oh,
but
and not just the Flash, the entire Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, yeah, and of course he rolls into the Suicide Squad perfectly. By the way, perfectly rolls into the Suicide Squad. It's exactly where he should live. As a character.
He was the one who convinced Slipknot to try to escape, just to see if Amanda Waller really was telling the truth about the explosives in their heads.
Yeah,
brilliant. He needed information. He got that information.
Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's no doubt he has his tacticalness about him, but it always surprises me how much. Yeah, he's just a loser. But
he is, but a great loser.
Fantastically, right? Yeah, he is a glorious loser.
I love the fact that some of his quirks from the comic books, they never drop. He's a notorious flint, like a total cheapskate, and that has kind of always been like boomerangs don't grow on trees. They kind of do. I mean, they're made of wood.
Kinda.
Yeah, all right, fine. Giant boomerangs that I strap Flash to and try to fling them into space don't grow on trees. Razor rings don't
grow on trees. Yeah.
And I love his origin story. He was hired by a toy company to be their mascot and said, I think I can make more money robbing people. And just took the fucking costume and just
took off.
Just took all their shit and left.
Man. Yeah, he got that.
Pay for his costume. That's
got that first check, and he was like, "I'm out of here."
Yeah. By the way, if you're gonna have a boomerang that returns to your hand, are you gonna put razors on it?
So oddly, I played in a campaign where Bill was like, "You get one magic item. I don't care what it is." So I was a halfling rogue, and I'm like, "I want a Vorpal boomerang and a glove that can't be cut."
Nice.
Yeah. Eventually, Bill had somebody like pickpocket the glove off me. I lost that hand.
That's it. Became known as Lefty.
That's right.
I could kill two monsters.
Couldn't you like throw it and then not catch it? Like just pick it up later. You get the one shot. It's still a vorpal weapon.
Yeah, no, I didn't know I didn't have the glove on.
Just don't catch it.
I didn't know I didn't have the glove on.
They pickpocketed the glove so well.
They replaced the glove.
Oh, they didn't just pickpocket the glove.
They swapped.
They swapped the glove.
The old switcheroo.
That's Bill being a dick.
A little bit.
Little bit.
Yeah.
I might hold that against him. I guess that's all four, right? I love Captain Boomerang. I love Captain Golden. I think it's a great rogues gallery. Once again, it is interesting that Flash is one of the more kinder to his rogues than most villains, especially the rogues that have mental problems. The Trickster, in a couple of episodes, instead of beating him up, instead of like just taking him to jail, he's asked him if he's on his medications. He's asked him how he's been doing, and he brings him to get help, not just to beat him up, throw him in jail.
Yeah.
And that Flash, he's a stand-up guy.
Yeah, he's romantic.
Well, Wally is.
Wally is.
And vastly underrated as a superpower because, wow, he can do some stuff.
You could do some damage as a Flash.
Do some damage. One of his punches was rated like so powerful because the velocity and the mass can just be upped to be like destroy almost anything. I was just reading some of the math on that.
And mass increases as you approach the speed of light. So
right, that was the thing. That was the argument. Mass increases you're supposed to speed of light. So a punch being thrown at the speed of light with the increased mass, this is a devastating attack.
Yeah, it's also going to shatter his arm.
Yeah.
If it increases the mass, wouldn't it increase the density? In comic book lore.
Yeah, in comic books, but it should be equal force coming back, right? That's why I hate in movies when somebody gets shot and they fall backwards.
Yeah.
Because the same amount of force would have to come out of that pistol. Which, so if somebody goes flying from getting shot, the guy shooting should also go flying. Physics!
Physics!
All right, nerds.
I thought you were going to say something about people shooting off rockets in helicopters.
Yeah, you could do that once.
That's a one-shot deal, folks. All right. Anybody have anything left to say about the Rogues Gallery? Except it's a good gallery. It's fine.
It's a good gallery.
And it's been consistent.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Love you. Bye-bye.